Yo, I've had a lot of people asking me how I made the 808s in this track. So I'm going to go through every single technique that I used in this, just give you lots some sauce. Okay, so the first 808 is just standard. And my mix and change just a compressor, just to make it a little bit louder. And an EQ, just to boost some of the mids to make it punch through like speakers, like phone speakers and car speakers a bit more. Make sure your ADSR looks like this on every single 808. And if you don't know how to do that, you just come to your 808 here, click this button here, it's already on it, but like that. And then put the attack and everything all the way down apart from the hold. This 808 is an exception. I put the attack to 10% just so it like glided in, like faded in a little bit more. Now I didn't use many slides on this pattern, but what I did do is I made sure come to this little magnet and come to line, so it's like this, and then make each note 1 bar or 1 square long, and then the top one, double click it and press this button so it slides, and make sure they're the same length, so then it sounds like this. So that's how you get that sound, and I used that throughout that, and that's all I used is just normal 808s and those little weird slides. Now my second 808 sounds like this, way meaner. Mix and chain is the same, apart from I got a stereo shaper. Now this slide is the same as the last one, except I've done 3 in a row, and I used portamento as well. So I click this button and this button, and then press accept for my slide. Now it sounds like this. These notes aren't slides, they're just placed. Now I've got another variant of slides, so I've got the 3 notes here in a row, but I've shortened them a tiny bit. And I've got these ones delayed a tiny bit and shortened as well, but these ones are just on slides, so it sounds like this. Now the last variant for this 808 is this. Now this is not no fancy effects, it's the same slides that I used before, like 3 in a row. They're shortened a tiny bit and they come down in pitch, and the same with the second part. And also the bottom notes do too. 808 is crazy. Mix and chain is the same but with reverb. And these notes are not slides, they're also just placed. Then the most wanted 808 is the same as my second 808 but with no effects. Those notes are just placed in a pattern. Now everyone wants to know how I did these slides, and they're actually really simple. I just came up to my magnet and changed it from line to 3rd step. Then placed a note in every 2 squares, like this, going across. Then placed a slide in every 1 square, but I shortened them a tiny bit. The next notes are just placed, apart from the last 2, which are slides. And now for these weird laser slides. Pretty much the same as any slides, but the slides are really high, so they're on C8 or actually B7, and they're a little bit delayed. Then I got one last 808 with reverb. How I did that was the bottom note really low in pitch, the top note quite normal, and as you can see the velocity going up like that. And that's pretty much all my 808s in this beat.